G'day and welcome to Wine Week. I'm Danny.
And I'm Brad.
And I'm a little hairy this week because I actually spent most of last week and a little bit more up around Rutherglen and Beechworth, having a bit of a holiday, looking at a bunch of wineries, and we'll talk more about some of those in the coming weeks.
Yeah, so by all accounts you had a bit of fun up there. So.
I certainly did, so thanks to the winemakers that I caught up with. As I said, we'll talk about that more in the coming weeks, but hey, let's hook into some wine now. And this weekend down in Australia, a lot of states are kicking into daylight savings, so I thought I'd kick off with a wine that's perfect for the summer months and barbies, this being the Two Hands Angel's Share Shiraz. Now, Two Hands have little patches of vines around the country. This is a McLaren Vale Shiraz, and it's big, it's bold, it's brassy. It's designed for definitely a big slab o' red meat on the barbie on a Sunday afternoon when things have warmed up for you. Look, 14.8% alcohol, really starting to push up there. So it's certainly not for the light of heart or the those with a lighter stomach. It doesn't match up with, say, a nice melanin prosciutto antipasta. This is for your red meat lovers, but it's a ripper. Big, bold, as I say, lots and lots of flavour, lots and lots of alcohol. High mid-20s, so not super cheap, but certainly well within the realms of a pocket for a Sunday afternoon. So have a look at the Two Hands.
Yeah, and for those wondering what the Angel's Share means, it's just that bit of wine that evaporates when it's in barrels and things, and they call it the Angel's Share because it just goes up in the angels.
That's right, it disappears.
Right, now off to a wine now that is really just an everyday drinking red, and this is the Wirra Wirra Scrubby Rise. Now the Wirra Wirra, they mix this up a little bit in terms of what they put in it. This particular one is a bit more heavy on the Shiraz, got a bit of Cabernet in there and a bit of Petit Verdot, which wine aficionados would know is quite well known in the Bordeaux area, in a lot of the blends there. And it just rounds out the palate here. This is definitely a wine that's designed to drink now. Comes in at around the mid-teens. If you're lucky, you can pick it up on special a little bit less than that. And it really does, it's great buying at that, because Wirra Wirra, again, we've talked about it over the last few years. Look, we've admired their top-end stuff. We've admired their middle-range stuff. The Church Block is one of those classics that you can rely on. And it looks like at the moment, the Scrubby Rise range, which is really their sort of entry-level stuff, is coming out quite consistent too. So it's a credit to Sam and the team over there to produce these wines year after year. So Scrubby Rise, if you're looking for something just to knock off the shelves on a Saturday night and have it with some takeaway or something, couldn't do worse than this one. Yeah,
the Scrubbies are good value. The Church Block, great value also, as Brad says. The kind of entry stuff of Wirra Wirra is stunning, considering how good their top end stuff is. Now, let's have a look at a Riesling. Nobody's surprised there, but this time we're not doing a Riesling from South Australia. We're not doing a Riesling from Tasmania. We talk about Clare Rieslings, Eden Valley Rieslings and Tassie Rieslings a fair bit. This is actually a Victorian. Great Western region is actually what this is from, the best skies out there. Look, it's a much, much warmer area to grow white than the high hills of the Eden Valley or even the Clare, and definitely a lot warmer than Tassie, but it kind of still works. It's not as crisp and biting, but a lot of people don't actually love the super acid, super bright, super tight sort of Clare Rieslings. I certainly do, but this, not quite into that sort of style, a little bit more open, a little bit softer, a little bit more approachable. So if you've got friends coming over and you want to open up a Riesling but don't want to think that they're just going to be frightened by the first taste of it, maybe the Best's Riesling from 2009 is something that you should be having a go at. Low 20s, so certainly within the price range of good Rieslings, as we say time and time again. Great value for great wine, and Best's doing some good stuff there.
Yeah, and look, and Best's really well known for their Shiraz and everything like that, but good to see the Riesling coming out and coming up really well.
Yeah, so that's it for this week. We'll see you all again next week on Wine Week.
See you next week.